Hey world, Christian here. So, I've been on the road for a year now. I left January 31st, 2022. And it is now January 31st, 2023. So I've been living and traveling and moving around in my truck for a year now. It's been alright. Lots of ups, random downs. But that's life. That's kind of life. That's why it's really I don't really see it as anything different other than I'm just doing whatever the fuck I want. Now, it's a little bit harder, obviously, because I don't have a steady income. So what I do is Instacart. It's like one of those driver apps where you just like go shopping for people and then you just take it to, sorry about my burp, and just take it to the house. It's pretty easy, and I don't have to talk really to anybody, because that's the thing. I can't really deal with customers. People are stupid, and I can't deal with it. Tired of getting fired for stupid ass reasons. And I've been going to like open mics, and vending shows. Still trying to figure out how to get into like festivals and everything. But also, that's kind of the setback of not having a steady job. My money comes randomly. But I've been all the way down to Florida and back in my truck. I went to Tennessee as well. I wasn't in my truck, but I still went to Tennessee just on my travels, so I count that. I've seen a lot of the East Coast. It's getting quite cold, so I'm thinking of heading down south, migrating. But I just gotta figure out a couple more things before I just head away again, in a sense, because I kind of treat Pennsylvania as like a home base, since most of the people that I know are in Pennsylvania. And then it's just kind of like the further I get away from Pennsylvania, because that's my home state. So then it's like, oh, I'm like the Shire. I've never been this far away from home before. So yeah, it's been very interesting. Some things that I've learned is that nighttime is not nearly as long as you think it is. Now, yes, it's dark for a certain amount of time, but nighttime, the time in between time, that's what I mean. The time in between time is not very that long. Not long at all. Now let's say that it doesn't really matter what season it is, honestly. The time in between time is kind of like midnight to like 4 or 5 in the morning. Here's why I say that. Because it gets dark probably maybe around like 5 when it's winter, and maybe like 9 when it's summer. People don't stop doing things. Like, and honestly, there's always somebody driving around at all points in time in the night, or day. But people don't really stop doing things till like 11 o'clock. And then it's like weird. It's like, oh, where are you going? What are you doing at like 1 in the morning driving around? And then people don't start doing things kind of until like 5 in the morning. So that's why I say that. that it's all right if your car is parked in a certain place at certain times. But it's just that time in between time where it's like, why the fuck are you there? Clearly, you shouldn't be right there at that moment in time. So, that's really the tricky thing about trying to find places to sleep and all that. But also, it's not really that tricky because if you consider the time in between time, you're not really not supposed to be somewhere for very long, in a sense. So yeah. I also had to get used to sleeping at Walmarts real fast. Here's why I say that. Trying to find campgrounds, one, it's weird because if you don't buy the camp like little space, you're kind of just like pulling up randomly, and one of the state troopers could very easily just drive by and tell you to fucking leave. And if you're not a weirdo, you're just gonna fucking leave because you're not supposed to be there anyway. Especially if it's not in a campground. I've tried to sleep in state parks, just on the side, in state forest, just like on the side. And both times almost all the times that I just randomly tried to sleep in a state park or any of those places without getting a campground, I got told to leave. And it was just like a little knock on the door, like, bro, or honestly, I don't even wait for a motherfucker to get to my door because I see the lights. I know what you're about to say to me. So there's no point in like delaying the situation. I just get out and be like, bro, I'm sleeping, blah, blah, blah. What are you going to do? And then they'd be like, leave. And I'd be like, all right, bye. So I've realized that, yeah, you got to get used to sleeping either in city environments or suburban environments or like at Walmarts or Cracker Barrels or gyms that are 24 hours or something like that. That's also why I have curtains that I covered up. You know those like little snow guards that cover your whole window? Well, I just put those on the inside and it's just a blackout curtain. Yeah. Hotels, I've slept in a couple of hotels. Like in the parking lot though, not actually in the hotel. I just pulled up to the hotel maybe at like 11 o'clock and just parked in the back and then just didn't get out of my car. Because that's the thing. If you are going to like, it seems like if you're going to be somewhere where you're not really supposed to be, you need to just pull up and then be incognito. Like, people don't need to see you getting in and out of your car and like doing all this stuff. Like, you need to just be there and then you're inside of your car or truck or van or RV or whatever it is for the night. So you better get used to like this little area. And if you're not that big of a person, honestly, it's not very hard to navigate inside of a truck if you have a big enough truck. I don't know how people are doing this shit in like Prius, but also they're not artists. Well, some of them are artists, so I can't say that. But also, most of the ones that I've seen, they're not artists, so they don't have a whole bunch of art stuff and a whole bunch of stuff to like take with them. It's literally just their life, and that's it. So it's a little bit different. That's why I can understand if I could probably do the shit in a Prius too. Because I'm a small enough person. But I have a lot more stuff. Just because I'm trying to take my life and my art and like kind of a business with me. Yeah. But it's been interesting. I don't have a plan to reassimilate into society. I truly don't have a plan. I'm just going head first into this. And seeing how life treats it. Yeah. Because I don't really want to get back into the society. I truly don't want to. I don't. So, and either way, this shit was hard. Life is hard. Life is hard whether I'm doing this or whether I have a 9-to-5 job. Life is still fucking hard. So that doesn't change the fact that life is going to be complicated. This is just more interestingly complicated than and more nomad type of complicated versus just, I gotta wake up. And I gotta go to work. I'm gonna go to sleep. And then I'm gonna go to sleep. I'm gonna wake up. And then I'm gonna wake up to work. And then I'm gonna go to work to sleep. Like I can't go to sleep. Like I can't do that. It's too much. I feel like it's just making somebody else rich. But other than that, it's been quite nice. It's been interesting. I've seen a lot of things. Seen so many different things that I wouldn't have gotten to see if I was still just working at a job. I've seen a swamp for the first time. I've been to numerous beaches. I've been to numerous mountains, valleys, and different things. I still haven't seen like certain animals. I've seen like 3-inch dragonflies, which is so cool. Their color was amazing. And alligators, pelicans, and fucking seeing so many different animals, so many different like nature scenes and everything. And that's really what I want. I want to be, my true idea is to just be out of the way on like a farmland, bro, with a fucking with a hut that's a little bit bigger than a hut and a fucking, not a hut, like a house actually. I want to build the house, but and just some land and a garden. That's all I want. That is truly all I want. I just want a little bit of land with a chilling house. It don't even got to be big. It'd be small because I don't care about having a big ass house. There's no point of it. There's no point of having a 4-bedroom house, especially if you live alone or if you're with just you and your partner. That is a waste of fucking space. It's just a waste of space. And I see so many neighborhoods that are just waste of space. Like, there's no need for people to be homeless. There's no need for people to be hungry. There's no need for people to be like wondering if they're going to be able to fucking eat next week. Like there's too much land and space and fucking area around here for people to be homeless. Like it's dumb. So I truly think that people that like golf courses, that is the biggest waste of space and worst use of space you could ever think about. A golf course. Not only are you destroying the planet by tearing down a whole bunch of trees, which create our oxygen, but you're not even doing anything useful with it. You're just hitting a ball from one side to another and then like putting artificial sand in lakes. It's just bullshit. The way that we live in this day and age is just bullshit. And I don't see how most people don't see that. If everybody actually tried to help each other, if we were all actually like a community and a United States of America, then we wouldn't live like this. Most people would not live in the way that they live if we actually were a United States of America. But ain't nothing united about these states. That's why each one of the fucking states has a different government and a different law system and different fucking everything. If we're so united, then how come everybody is on a different fucking page? How does that make sense? But we're the United States of America. No, we're just random ass states next to each other in a big country. But we all think differently. We all have different rules in each one of the states. Oh yeah, there's like federal law where it's like all the whole country and everything. But each state, each county has a different fucking law and a different system for everything. So how the fuck are we united? There's nothing united about these states. But I guess this is the freest country in the world because I wouldn't be able to do this in other countries. Now, I have ideas on whatever. I don't really feel like talking about that. So I don't know. This is my recap. I'm always going on rants and shit. Goddamn. Every time that I make a video. This is mine. It's been a year. So, product placement. Wawa. Sip, enjoy, repeat. Do not mind. I be microwaving these cups all the time. All right. I'm gonna go. I'm kind of just chilling at a park right now, because it's fucking cold. So I don't really want to be just outside, because it's cold outside. So I'm just chilling in my truck. Trying to figure out something to do today. And I'm really only in this area just because Instacart seems to be really good in this area. Because all like the stores are like in a big like triangle to each other. Alright, this wasn't really a coherent video. Not really. I wrote stuff down. And I just started talking. Alright. Bye.